Welcome friends, it's Monday Morning Connection. Got a good story for you today. A legend from India tells about a mouse who was terrified of cats until he found a magician and that magician agreed to transform him into a cat. That resolved the fear. But until he met a dog, so then the magician had to change him into a dog. The mouse that turned cat, that turned dog, was content until he met a tiger. So once again, the magician changed him into what he had feared. But when the tiger came complaining that he had met a hunter, the magician refused to help. He says, "I will make you into a mouse again. For though you have the body of a tiger, you have the heart of a mouse." So we all have fears in life. And different ages sometimes bring on different fears. So be passing a test, getting good grades in school. It could be getting the job you want, finding the person you're going to marry, then moving, having kids. And sometimes fears at different parts of our life have different intensities and different meanings. And so they're always different. So for me right now, I'm having to go through some changes and I am not a fan. So the best thing I know how to do when you get through something like that is to pray and say, okay, help me handle this, help me to deal with this, help me through this. My dad has a saying that sometimes when you look back at things, what you thought was a mountain will turn into a molehill. So sometimes that helps me get through it. But praying is really that way to help get through those difficult times in life, because it gives you a sense of somebody else there, someone else to kind of bounce ideas with and just kind of give you a sense of peace. So I'm Judy Colgrove, and I help you discover that root cause of your health issue so you can finally get some answers, have some clarity on what to do, have energy to be able to do it. So then you can live in peace, knowing you're heading in that right direction, getting back that health that you want, that you so richly deserve. So I also have several other tools that I do in my holistic health practice that help people deal with fears. And some of you may have heard of them, some of you haven't. Maybe I'd like to let know below what you've heard of. So one is called EFT, or Emotional Freedom Techniques, or also tapping. And so there you say a statement, I am fearful of this change, okay? And so even though I'm fearful of this change, I deeply love and accept myself. And then you do a tapping sequence for that. And so you tap on these different acupressure points that help correspond with different organs, glands, and tissues that help the body reduce the stress and the trauma, okay? So that's one way to do it. Another one that we have is the Quantum Techniques Trauma Sequence. And again, it's some of the same tapping points, but you rate what you're dealing with on a scale from 1 to 10. And then as you tap, we've noticed that intensity of that fear goes down. So that's another tool that I use a lot in my practice. So I'd love to know below if you've heard of either of those. And if you haven't, I can certainly send you a sheet on those to learn more about it. All right, so I hope you have a great rest of the week. Blessings.